hopefully that's it. If not, I mean, it's
right.
right on the
So here we are. Our engine died again, and we have shoals right there that we're trying to stay off of, but we have no engine power. So we're under sail, but it's not strong enough to get us to go anywhere, so we're going 0 knots. Basically just kind of heaving to right here, just trying to stay in position. There's also fishing nets along there too, so trying to stay out of the fishing nets, stay off the shoals, and Nate's trying to figure out what's going on with the engine. We think maybe the fuel filter again. He's gonna use our last one. We have David and Sam up there ready to throw us a line and drag us in if need be, if we start getting too close to the shoals or the nets. So that is that.
All right, so I'm going to break in here. The problems we were having with the engine basically stemmed from what I believe to be bad fuel. The diagram I put up here is basically how a diesel engine works for the fuel system, and it comes out of the tank, goes into the pre-filter or purifier, and basically that just takes out the big chunks and also separates the water, stops water from getting into the line that feeds the diesel, which would make it quit. And then it goes into a primary filter, which is housed on the engine after the fuel pump. And from there it goes into the injectors. And basically it's a high pressure side of the engine that, you know, if it doesn't use the fuel, it returns back to the tank. But, you know, whatever does get used obviously goes into the engine and gets burned. So the problem we were having was I kept pulling these pre-filters off and they kept getting clogged. I mean, 3 of them in basically 2 days. And I was on my last one. And thankfully, the system right after that pretty much cleared itself up. I also went through one primary filter. Some of the junk actually got past the pre-filter and into the primary filter, which is the backup in case the pre-filter gets a little bit clogged up or whatever. It causes the engine to starve of fuel, and it was basically dying as such. And once we got into Lake LaBelle and everybody was kind of doing their thing, I went down below and I basically bled the entire system, got all new filters on it, did everything I could. And the next day, as you'll see in the clips, we didn't have any more problems after that. Because all the fuel had continually gone through, been basically screened and all the junk taken out. And soon after this, when we had to put more fuel in along the way, I noticed that there were chunks in the diesel cans that I was filling with, and I was filtering through a filter, so I was pouring it in, and when I got to the bottom, I saw these black chunks, and they were in every single tank, or every single jerry can, and for the most part, I attribute it to that, because the stuff that was coming out was kind of the same consistency. It was black on the filters, and I believe that is what caused the issue. Funny enough, our buddy boat did not have any problems whatsoever from the fuel that they received just prior to us filling up there. So we're still trying to figure out what could have happened, how he didn't have issues, but I did. So, but that's what kind of happened, and basically just wanted to give you kind of a heads up that I think we got it figured out. We haven't had any issues since. It's now September, and the engine is running just as well as it always has. All right, back to the show.
what happens when you don't put shit away.
When you don't put shit away.
That's what I just said.
Almost would have had
I almost hit another butthole. A third one.
remove a hook from his shin or his thigh.
Tell Brad these are good hooks.
Yeah, he just sat right on that.
All right, one down. I thought I was down.
Lac La Belle back out onto Lake Superior. It's kind of a narrow, long canal. Kind of gets shallow, so you have to be careful. Boat did ground yesterday, but got through. So we just got to be careful and stay in the middle.
Next time on Mischief Managed.